this one thing is holding you back from getting your first pull-up. This video is for you if you've been trying to get your first pull-up. Maybe you've been working on the assisted pull-up band. Maybe you've been working with a trainer, but then every single time that you get rid of the band, you jump up there and you literally go nowhere. And you're wondering, why is this so hard? And why is this taking me so long? By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why this hasn't been happening for you and have takeaways that you can literally start today to get one step closer to that pull-up. And in case you're wondering, who are you? Why should I trust you with getting my first pull-up? My name is Angela Gargano. I'm the creator of Pull-Up Revolution that has now helped over 500 women conquer their first pull-up in record time. I created Pull-Up Revolution specifically for women because I saw so many women trying to get to their pull-up goal, and they were doing all these intimidating drills and constantly getting stuck and frustrating and not being able to make it happen. And I realized that there was literally nothing online that was actually helping them get closer to their pull-up. So that's when I created this program, and now we've been successful since 2018 in getting tons of women their pull-up. So before I get into these key takeaways, the first thing I want to say is that mindset really does matter when it comes to getting your pull-up. If you've been constantly going up to that bar, shaking your head saying, I'm never going to be able to make this happen, or maybe you've had thoughts from the past or people telling you that you're not strong enough and it's still stuck in your head, then you will probably never get your pull-up even with these tips. So what I want you to do before you even get started is I want you to shake it out, and I want us to switch this mindset. I want you to take all those thoughts that you've had about your pull-up, all those negative things or the things that have really been holding you back in getting it, and we're gonna switch it. So take a moment if you need to, pause this video, and write down some reasons right now why you feel like you haven't been able to get your pull-up. Maybe some of those reasons are, I'm too heavy and I just want to lose some weight. And if I lose some weight, I'll be able to do it. Maybe some of those reasons are, I'm just never going to be strong enough. It's just too late. I'm never going to be able to do this. Maybe you're like, I've been working on this for a year and I've gotten nowhere. So how is this video going to help me? We want to take right now that entire list, and I want you to reframe it into the fact and to believe yourself that this is actually possible for you. But the truth is, right, in order to make this happen, you have to switch that mindset and you need to do something different, right? So if what I'm going to go over here now is different, it's something you've never heard before, good. I'm happy it is, because that's exactly what you need in order to make this a reality for you. And if after this video, you're like, wow, that was super helpful, and I'd love to be coached by you and an amazing community and have the full blueprint to getting your pull-up, join in on Pull-Up Revolution, or you can hop into our next free workshop that we do on the weekends. Definitely join in there live, and we go through our 3-step process to making this pull-up a reality for you in less than 6 weeks. Okay, so let's get into the facts right away. So many women that I see come in to do their pull-up and they kind of look like this, right? So they jump up to the bar right here and they just kind of collapse. So take a second and be like, is that you? Is it you when you get off the pull-up band, you jump up and you're just kind of falling down like this? That's okay. This is super, super common. And the reason why this is happening is because you haven't learned how to hold tension on the bar yet. And not like bad tension, like the healthy kind of tension that we're gonna show you exactly how to do. How can we really hold on that bar, hold tension on that bar so you can keep yourself up and also control yourself on the way down? So this tension isn't taught by doing stuff on the assisted pull-up band, because the assisted pull-up band is just flinging you up. So you go to do your pull-up and it's literally just bouncing you up and down when you're on the bar. So we need to learn how to hold tension on the bar without the band. And once we can really master that, you're gonna be able to get your pull-up so much faster. And it's also gonna go hand in hand and help you with so many different things. Let's say you've been working on your pull-up and you've had some neck tension and you feel like you're pulling with your shoulders more than your back. This tension part is gonna help with that. So what I'm gonna go over today is a couple different cues that are going to help you learn how to feel tension. We're gonna do some stuff off the bar first, and then we'll hop over to the bar and we'll try it. And if you have a pull-up bar, awesome. Join in with me and try these. If you don't worry. Get your pull-up bar, get started with it, and work on these drills later. I'm also going to utilize a broom. So if you have a broom and you want to do some of these drills with me, you can, but I'm really going to show you exactly how to hold tension, what tension even looks like. And this is again going to help you to pull with your back instead of your shoulders. And it is also going to help you learn how to hold tension, because the point of the matter is you need to be able to jump up to that bar without a band and be able to hold yourself in some capacity up there. So let's go through exactly how to do this. And part of the reason that I made this video is I had a one-on-one call with a Pull-Up Revolution student, and on the call, this is exactly what happened. And by the end of the call, everything clicked. And she said she'd been working with a trainer 3 days a week for over a year, and they literally haven't corrected this. So this is gonna help a ton no matter where you're at in your journey. Okay, so I'm gonna put this microphone down and we're gonna go through 4 main cues that are gonna help you learn how to hold tension in the bar. And like I said, if you can, try these with me so that you can see and feel the difference. Okay, so the first thing to know about tension, and I have a broom here, so like I said, if you have a broom, grab this. If you are in like a gym, like a CrossFit gym or something, a lot of times they just have like a dowel type thing that's in there that they use, but a broom works fine, a Swiffer, whatever you need to. But let's learn what tension even feels like when we're on the bar, but we're not hanging with our entire body. So I'm just gonna have the bar right here by my chest. And if you notice here, I'm turning my elbows in and I'm going to grab the bar and pretend like I'm gonna literally break it in half. So hold it here and then pretend like you're gonna break it in half. So see the difference? My elbows are out here. I'm just kind of relaxing it in my thumbs. And then all of a sudden to break the bar, I'm gonna grab onto it and I'm gonna turn those elbows in, and you're gonna feel, that is what tension should feel like on the bar. It should feel like you're about to literally break it in half, okay? Like break it in half, okay? So try a few of those, elbows out, turn the elbows in, break it. Let's try it again, elbows out, turn it in, break it. Okay, cool. So we're just keeping this in here. And again, notice how it goes from your elbows being flared out to your elbows being turned in. Now I want you to try that same concept, but we're gonna try with our arms over our head and we're gonna keep them nice and straight. So arms over the head here now. Arms are straight. They're a little bit further than shoulder width apart. I want us to learn the classic pull-up. So make sure your arms aren't crazy wide or crazy small. We want a nice little bit of shoulder width apart. And then from here, same thing, you can rest them on your thumbs here. I want you to do nothing first, so feel what nothing feels like. Grab onto it, and then same thing here, break. Try and break it in half. So what I am doing with my hands, if I was gonna like draw arrows, I would be turning them in like you're gonna drive a steering wheel and break it in half with your arms straight. So let's try that again. Here, break it. And I'm gonna show it to you from the back too, just so you can see how my back is working. So my arms are over my head. I'm keeping it nice and relaxed here. And now, boom, break it in half. Duh. Okay, cool. So now we know what the tension feels like on the bottom. Well, this is technically gonna be the top of the pull-up. And then we know what it feels like up here at the top with our arms straight. And again, arms straight, elbows are not bent yet. Now what I want you to try and do is bring that all together, working on the broom. And what I love so much about doing this with the broom, about learning how to break the bar off the pull-up bar, is I like to call this a rehearsal, okay? It's gonna get your brain to understand exactly how to do this, right? Because this is something that you haven't been doing. This is something that is unfamiliar, right? So why jump on the bar and try and do it there when you can't do it over here yet, right? So we're gonna really learn how to hold tension in the bar like this. This is also gonna help you when you jump up to the bar later on and you try your pull-up, and it's gonna help you to utilize the right muscles. And instead of pulling with your shoulders, which becomes very common for us, that's the first thing we wanna go to, we're gonna start to get our mind and body to connect to our back. Okay, and that's exactly where we want those muscles to work for our pull-up. We want them to work the back, and that's why Pull-Up Revolution, the program I have, works, because we give you all the drills that people aren't teaching you to get your back to work and fire up so that you can get your pull-up faster, okay? No intimidating drills and all that shit, okay? So let's walk through the entire thing together, and again, we're gonna go from the top. I guess technically, like, this is technically the bottom of the pull-up, and then we're gonna go technically to the top. So again, visualize yourself doing it like this. So arms above here. You're gonna first break the bar. So relax it first, break it, and then drive the elbows down. When you're down here, continue to break, okay? Lift it back up, hold some tension here, break it. Your chin is here. And I want you to make sure you hold tension even when you're bringing it back up here again, because this is gonna be the lowering down of the pull-up, okay? So let's try it again. Break it, bring the elbows in, okay? Break it. Bring the elbows in. Okay, so breaking the bar, getting used to that feeling. Now, when you do your pull-ups, some people do it with their thumbs underneath the bar, some people do it with their thumbs over the bar. I was a gymnast, so I love doing it over the bar, but I think for the sake of this drill, when you're doing it, I personally just like to have my thumbs under because it just allows me to feel that whole like relaxed, not doing anything with the bar feeling, and then it goes to the break it and bring it down, okay? So lots of differences here when you're coming to, on the bar versus off the bar. So do a bunch of those drills beforehand. Really feel it. Do not rush these too. So if you're like here watching this video and you're just like, break it, break it, break it, I want you to slow down, okay? More isn't better, better is better, okay? We wanna make sure that when we're doing this, we're really understanding and getting our brain to understand what it's doing off the bar so that we can do it on the bar, okay? So that's number one with the how to hold tension in the bar. This is called breaking the bar. Break it, grab your brooms, whatever, okay? And feel free to send me a message on Instagram at Angela_Gargano. Show me you breaking the bar if you want to. It's a game changer. Or even tell me when you do it, what is your takeaway? Like, what is your takeaway from doing it where you're like, wow, I really feel a difference? Send me that message on Instagram. It's literally me, and we can chat about it and chat about how it's feeling. So that's number one with break the bar. Number two cue with learning how to hold tension, and I'm showing you multiple versions of this. Try all of them. One of them might click and stick more than the other. It's important to have different ways. I've noticed from being a coach for, God, 10, 15 plus years. I know I sounds wild. You're probably like, no way you've been doing this for this long, but no, I literally have. So I've noticed that different people, different cues click better, right? So I might tell someone to break the bar. They might not fully mentally get it. I might tell someone to do this next one we're gonna do, and it clicks. So try all of them. And even if you're a coach on here and you're a coach learning how to do a pull-up so that you can teach your client pull-ups, it's good to have these all in your back pocket so that you can help them and see what really sticks for you or for them. So I have tennis balls. I normally like to use potatoes or lemons because it's more fun, but I actually don't have any. I only have one lemon. So you can take tennis balls if you want. You could take pickleballs, potatoes, whatever you need to. And we're gonna learn how to hold tension and get our back to work by putting these in our armpits. Okay, sounds wild, but that's literally what we're gonna do. It's gonna really help us learn how to drive those elbows in, because when you have something in your armpit and you can't drop it, you kind of have to hold tension, right? Otherwise, they're just gonna drop on the floor. So this is an example of putting them in my armpit. We're at the bottom of the pull-up, let's say. Oof, I'm also super sore. I just did the Murph the other day and I'm like, okay. So this is me without like putting any tension on it. They just drop out, right? And that's not how we want to feel when we're on the bar. And that's what people do all the time when they jump up. And like I said, I'll put a video here, when they jump up and they just fall down, right? Because they're not pretending like there's something in their armpit that they need to squeeze, because they literally don't have anything in their armpit that's gonna technically drop out. So put them in your armpit. And I want you to, you can do it with your arms straight too, honestly too. You can actually even use this drill if you're a coach, or if you've been doing this stuff for deadlifts as well, because when you do your deadlifts, you want to activate your lats, which is also in your pull-up. In Pull-Up Revolution, we do legs, we do upper body, we do core, we do everything. So we are doing deadlifts as well. And this is a great way to really learn how to lock out the lats when you're lifting and using your lats in a different way. So anyways, putting them in your armpits, just try them like this first and squeeze them. Oh God, I'm so sore. So it's the same kind of feeling of like breaking the bar from down here, but also now squeezing those tennis balls in here. And notice, look at my shoulders. Like my shoulders went from here, not squeezing, to squeezing, and look at the shoulders dropping. Oh yes, we love that, okay? Now pretend you have a bar in your hand, and same thing here. Now you're gonna squeeze them in there. And notice too, my elbows go from being flared out to kind of pulling in a little bit. That's really, really important as well. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. I'll show you them in a bit of me doing this like on the actual bar, because you can do this on the physical bar. Or like I said, for now, grab that broom you have and try it here. Here, they're in, you're gonna squeeze them. Now notice how when you squeeze them, you're breaking the bar. Okay, so again, just a different way to get your body to understand how to do this. Okay, so squeeze, 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 relax. Squeeze, 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 relax. And like I said, you could also use it for a deadlift. So let's say you're doing a deadlift here, squeeze in between your armpits, slide it down, bring it back up. You'll notice when you do this, you feel your back being more secure. You actually feel it in your legs more, because we're putting on we like to call this the seat belt to protect the low back, because when you are using your lats properly for your deadlift, you won't utilize your low back, but that's a whole other story. So like I said, break it, feel that in here. You have the tennis balls in your armpits. You're welcome. Smell them after? I have really good deodorant on right now, so they smell pretty good. I know people get grossed out sometimes by putting fruit and lemons and stuff in my armpits, but you know, if you put lemons, you get a little zest in the armpit, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we've got another one. So like I said, so far we've got break the bar number one. Number two, we've got squeeze those lemons in your armpits, or squeeze your tennis balls, or squeeze your pickleballs, just balls. Okay, the next cue that I'm going to give you for doing your pull-up, and I'm gonna move in a second over to my pull-up bar, which I'm gonna hook up in my bathroom, is a lot of people, when they think about going to do their pull-up, they're thinking about pulling up, right? Obviously, because that's where you wanna go. You wanna go above the bar. but you're not actually pulling up. And when you actually pull up, you're gonna use your shoulders more. So mentally, what I want you to think about, I don't know why I have balls in my hand. What I want you to think about is actually pulling down, okay? So you can even use your stick again before we hop up on the real bar, and think about pulling down, okay? Pull down on the bar, and by pulling down on the bar, it's gonna help you to utilize your back and not utilize your shoulders. And again, it's common for our shoulders to take over this movement, okay? Because we are constantly hunched over and tight all day. We're not ever really using our back muscles. And we go over this in Pull Up Revolution. We also go over this in the free workshop that I do about the mind-body connection, okay? And how important that is. We do not use our back in our everyday life. So we have to train it. We have to get our brain to understand how to utilize it. Otherwise, all these other areas of our body that we're used to using are gonna take over, and it's gonna make it 10 times harder for you to get it. So anyways, let's hop over to the bar. I'm gonna set it up, and then we will do some of these drills, lemon and armpits, all that stuff on the bar, and we'll really focus again on pulling down. And if you're attempting this now, I'm gonna show you when we get to the bar exactly what I want it to look like for you. All right, so now welcome to my bathroom in my hallway. Also, if you want this pull-up bar, this is my favorite pull-up bar. It is linked down below. It's like 40 bucks most of the time, but it's been my favorite one, and it's the safest one. I feel like there's some other ones that I'm not so in love with. I normally do wrap the sides of it, and I put like towels on this so that's so the paint doesn't scratch off on here. But other than that, it's like super secure in my doorway, and I always feel like really safe when I'm on it. Also gonna move this light a little closer. So this is how your pull-up might look like right now after you get off the assisted band. So you're on this assisted band, you're feeling like you're cranking them out, and then you go to jump up and do your pull-up, and this is what it might look like. I can't even do it because I'm so sore. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so you jump up here, and you just kind of drop right down. Like you can't hold up there, you just fall down, okay? Anyone on here watching this being like, me, feel free to comment down below and be like, that was me. That was me dropping. What we need to be able to do is jump up in some capacity and hold it. Be able to hold it. And again, that is you holding tension on the bar. And what you'll notice is as you're learning about these different tension pieces in the bar, you'll notice where your weakest point is. A lot of people are actually pretty strong at the top. They're just really weak towards the bottom. And what do we need to conquer first so we can get our first pull-up? The tension on the bottom, okay? So as you do this, start to kind of learn where you're feeling like you're having the hardest time holding tension. In Pull Up Revolution, we really make sure that we focus on those different points. So if you're really weakest at the bottom, we're gonna really focus on getting that bottom piece nice and strong so that when you go to do it without the band, you can crush it and get right up there. So again, you got your stick, you'll do your rehearsal, okay? Break the bar, bring it down, elbows in. Break the bar, bring it down. Think, okay, let's try it again. Ready? Pull down on the bar. Let's do it again. Pull down on the bar, or bringing it down, or holding tension, or bringing the elbows in, okay? Now we try it with the things in our armpits. Into armpits, oof, oof, we love that. Breaking, holding tension in the bar, tension. And what you could even do, I mean, I would use a chair. I don't have a chair right now, but you can jump up on the bar and see if you can just hold these tennis balls in your armpits to learn what tension feels like. So you can literally go from here. And like I said, I would recommend grabbing a chair to do this. And then you can always put your foot on it to kind of like lower yourself down if you're not feeling great. So you can go here, you're pulling your elbows in, you're gonna jump up. Try and see if you could hold those tennis balls in your elbows. That's gonna help teach you how to, tension on the bar. So, like I said, going on up, seeing where you can hold that tension. So let's try a few. And like I said, I would do this without your pull-up band first. If you can, if you're really like nervous, you can put a super, super light one. In Pull Up Revolution, we really teach about how the pull-up band is definitely holding you back from your pull-up. Again, it's a great tool to utilize, but most people are using it wrong. So if you keep using it, you're not gonna get stronger at this bottom piece of your pull-up, and then you're gonna have a hard time getting it off the band and be stuck. And we don't want you to be stuck, okay? I want you to get it. And not only do I want you to get this pull-up, I want you to be empowered. I want you to push past those limiting beliefs of your mind telling you that you can't do this, right? Because it's exactly what we did at the beginning. We decided to push past those limiting beliefs, decide that we're gonna do something different, we're gonna try something different, and this is the different part of this. So again, tension in the bar. So here, do a dead hang. See if you can use your foot for a little cheat to push and just see if you can hold tension at the bottom piece first. So I'm gonna push off my foot, boom, and I'm gonna try and hold it right here, pulling my elbows in, bringing it back down, okay? See how that feels. Most of the time, that's not feeling so great yet. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna practice. You're gonna practice and you're gonna keep doing it a few times until you finally get that to click. And it will, because now you understand what you're even trying to do, right? Before you were just trying to pull yourself up. Now you're trying to pull yourself down and hold yourself at that weakest point. So you have a better understanding of what that is supposed to be. As to before, like you're just like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of jumping up. Okay. Now try it again if you want to. And push down your foot and see if you can get halfway. So 3, 2, 1, push. See if you can get here. Turn the elbows in. Pretend like you're squishing something between your armpits. Bring it back down. Learning what tension feels like, right? What most people do, most programs do, is they only have you jump up and do the top piece of this. That top piece is important-ish, but it's not gonna matter if you can't get past this bottom part here, right? When you think of a pull-up, you need to think of it in steps, right? And we're not gonna go from step 1 to step 5 up here, right? We're gonna go from step 1 to step 2 to step 3. We're gonna break it down slowly and learn how to hold tension in the bar as you're doing it. And a reminder, when you're going to do your pull-up, do not think about pulling up. When you think about pulling up, this is what happens. This is me pulling up. See how I'm using my shoulders more than my back? Again, I'm so sore right now, so just ignore how bad this is. And now I'm gonna think about pulling down and breaking the bar in half, and just watch how much smoother it is. Here, and I'm gonna think about pulling down, breaking the bar in half. Huge difference, so much smoother, feeling so much more confident as I'm doing it, because I'm understanding the movement a lot better. So you can get your pull-up. You can get your pull-up in record time, right? And there's nothing out there like Pull-Up Revolution that's gonna help you get it the way we do it. We do it differently. Our 3-step method is a game changer. These cues that we help you is a game changer, and not only that, we actually coach you the entire time. So there's a lot of pull-up programs right now that you can find online, and they're free and they're great, whatever. Like you can just like try and do them, but you're gonna get stuck, and you're gonna be stuck on it for, God, who knows, like a year, like a lot of these people, right? But if you jump into Pull-Up Revolution, everyone's getting their pull-up within like 6 weeks or less. We just had a woman, Jocelyn, here. Look at this, 4 weeks, 4 pull-ups. Amazing, from zero, okay? And it's all because of not only the support and coaching community, right? Because we can literally see videos of you doing this stuff and give you fixes to help you get there faster, but also because this programming works, okay? This is the blueprint that's gonna get you there faster. So let me know your key takeaways. Like I said, message me at Angela_Gargano on Instagram. Say, hey Angela, these are my 3 main takeaways. Feel free to send me your pull-up. And if you haven't already, join in on one of those free workshops that we have, unless you're like, I'm ready to just take action and jump into Pull-Up Revolution. We'll give you the full blueprint. We'll give you the 6 months of coaching, and you'll get that pull-up in record time, whether it be for your birthday, whether it be because you've just been wanting this for so long, or maybe you're just ready for a new challenge. But thanks so much for tuning in here. Like, subscribe, all the things, whatever, and I will see you all later.